Hello Gemini, this is your reading for May. I'm gonna start with the weight deck and later I'll be using my own decks here as well. So let's see what the first card will tell us. There is a tower. Now don't worry, you don't have to expect the worst, but it's something sudden and unexpected here that might occur during May. Could even for some of you be that it's not even affecting you personally, but something explosive that might happen in your area where you live, somewhere around you, or just in your country, in the news, that will keep you very busy in your thoughts. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This could be, you know, regarding with this tower here, be some kind of drastic change in your psyche that this tower is causing, and move you forwards very quickly into a new direction. You might also, I feel like there's a huge realization about a certain change. Maybe you were thinking about changing something in your life, but you weren't sure about that. Maybe for some of you this is about moving. Maybe you have considered to move or to change location, change the country, even the continent. And now this tower, whatever this tower is like a clear sign that you really have to let this Wheel of Fortune spin very quickly. And just go with the flow of it. And you will just realize it's such a tremendous and obvious sign that this is your destiny now, that, you know, to finally make this change. The Page of Cups. For a few of you, this is something about art here this month, that maybe you will find back to your artistic roots or just your creativity in general. But this is not the strongest emphasis of this card right here in your spread. I feel like it's more about it's like you're gaining control over something or someone, maybe even over a part of your own inner self, maybe of your own inner subconscious. Maybe there was something, you know, like the fish being this metaphor. For something that just kept, for this tiny part of yourself that kept torturing you, controlling you. It's like you're pulling it out, putting it into this cup where you can always see it, and now, you know, like the leaves are, the tables are turning. Now you are the one in control, and you're not being controlled by this little fish anymore. That's how it feels. Then we have the Ace of Swords. This is very drastic, I have to say. No, don't worry, it doesn't have to be horrible and bad. It can even be very good. It's just drastic or neutral. We have the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, and then, you know, there's this Ace of Swords. It's just a confirmation. There's it could be that on all areas of your life you're starting new. And it feels very forceful, maybe even enforced. Maybe you have really postponed to make this decision, not because you're lazy or irresponsible, just because you couldn't tap into this intuitive part regarding this subject. You just couldn't figure out what was the right decision. So you postponed it, but then this tower happens and it's so obvious, and it comes with so much force and power, and it's so, you know, right on point. It couldn't even be more precise. There's also something about timing here. And then we have the Three of Wands. This is you. Many signs had the same card, actually. You can see something is coming in, and I feel like it's speeding up. It's not on the far horizon anymore. It's like very, very close. You're already getting nervous, excited that it's here. You can almost put the first foot into this boat that is coming towards you. Now we are moving into my medieval oracle deck. We have the Queen here. The Queen, it feels like a woman, who's around you, who will help you with something. The Queen might be the one who brings in the ship, who calls in the ship. This is someone who is very clear about something and very calm about something. Like, she's very practical. She will give you either a very practical advice, or you will ask her for a favor and she will do it very quickly and very clearly. Like, she's very efficient. You don't have to have a very close personal relationship to her. She's just someone you meet quickly, and she is competent with something, so that something can work out for you smoothly here. Then we have the Dungeon. What is the Dungeon about? I feel like it doesn't come up as a literal prison or as a metaphor for being stagnant. I mean, this seems to be a past energy for you, because maybe you once were stagnant in your mind and also in your life because you just couldn't make this decision. But with the Tower, I don't know. I feel, there is something about the dungeon being empty. Like, everyone fled from this dungeon. Also here with the Tower, everyone fled from their apartments. Like, all the apartments are empty. I don't know what this is about. Sorry, this is a weird thing I'm getting here. Oh my god, we have the Goblin. We don't want to have this guy usually, but don't worry. I feel like, this is not a horrible reading or something. There is a lot of strength that I'm feeling here in your reading, and a lot of movement, like, And I'm just realizing that the Tower and the dungeon are right, above or below each other, which is actually good, because if you're locked up in a dungeon, you want this explosive tower moment to come to throw you out of this stagnation. With the Devil here, this is some kind of annoying, like a curse. This is not just a single person in your life. This is something very profound, very deep about karma that you're having with a group of people or several people. Excuse me. It's very annoying and triggering. There is something that you will realize about a reoccurring issue that you might have had for several years or years or decades. Also, I'm getting something about some kind of plague with insects, maybe each year, no matter where you move. Like, just say you always have, you forget to close your window in the evening, and then these moths come inside. I don't mean the normal moths. I mean those kind of moths who go into food. I don't know the English word for that. I only know the German word. These specific moths that go into your flour and sugar and, or just some kind of other group of insects. Like, and you didn't even realize that this is part of a super old curse that could even come from a past life. That you felt sometimes you had these extreme phases of bad luck where your living situation was very heavy or triggering, and your romantic partnerships and your friendships and your work situation, like, where everything felt so repetitive, and then you had again some smoother phases in your life, and you felt like maybe this weird stuff is not happening anymore, but then 3 years later you find yourself in another phase where you just keep on meeting the same people, and they don't have to be physically or literally be the same people, but just as a kind of personality type. It's just the same old thing that keeps on appearing, and I feel like you're having a huge tower moment about that, like a huge inner realization. And for a few of you, it could even be that you might see this tower happening to a group of people that you once left, maybe even a long time ago. We have the Knight. This makes me feel like there's something about physical strength. Just fitness and health here for you in May, but especially I feel like you will be very motivated and inspired to do something. Like you will be very focused and determined to achieve something. And we have this precision here as well. Like, you know, the Knight is also very precise with his sword. Okay, now we're gonna jump into the lifestyle and health deck. And as I always say, don't take these cards. Sorry, the video quality is not very good today. I have set up everything as usually. I think because it's evening, it's still bright outside, but the sun is somehow turning away from my window. So it's changing direction somehow, and it seems to have a bad effect on the quality of my video here. So this does not replace a proper doctor's advice, but of course you know that. I hope so, at least. We have sunlight. I was just talking of the sun moving away here, but it's not moving away. Wait. This is this tower moment. There is something that could happen at night. Not to you, but just around you. This sunlight regarding health could just be a reminder that anytime the sun comes out and you have some space and time, go outside, soak up a little bit of sun, but it's also just representing happiness. It could even be that this tower is making your day, that it's really bringing in a huge relief. Next one, we have cardio. So yeah, that could just be the sort of exercise that you might benefit the most from during May, especially if you like going out into the sun. Then we have learn. A lot of other signs had this as well. Maybe if you postpone to study for a test, this is the right time to finally do that. Or you are relearning something that you once learned and now forgot, like a language, or it's just something entirely new that you might learn here. And then we have skin. Be careful you're not burning your skin in the sunlight here. But also, you know, I think our skin needs a little bit of sunlight. And it just can be several skin topics during May that you have to be aware of, or you just have to take some kind of specific care of your skin during May. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.